Welcome back, dear viewers. Yeah, you are still watching Women's World, and now we are joined over the phone by Dr. Rania Mahmoud, Public Policy and International Cooperation Projects Consultant, CEO, Breakthrough for Research and Sustainable Development Institute. Good afternoon, Dr. Rania.
Good afternoon to you and everyone watching us now.
And
it's a pleasure, of course, to be with you today.
Yes. Also, Dr. Rania, we are delighted to host you in our program. And as I've just said, that we are going to talk about the Egyptian woman as a source of pride for Egypt internationally, as we have all seen the appointment of the Minister of Environment as Executive Secretary of the United Nations Conventions to combat desertification. And this is considered a testament to the competence and the status of Egyptian women. So what's your take on this?
So first of all, let me open the talk with women, especially Egyptian women, are change makers.
Yes.
So I see the nomination of the Egyptian Minister of Environment for an international position is a very important step, and it represents an international recognition of the increasing role Egypt plays in environmental and climate issues. So as you see that we're facing enormous challenges currently, such as climate change, shortage of agricultural resources, food security crisis. The environment is becoming a central role in national and international policies. So being the minister as Egyptian and being from another angle as a woman leader, proves our capabilities that Egypt is not only a developing country affected by climate change, but also an African and Arab country with a strategic location that represents an important voice for the global south. So as challenges escalate, it is imperative to have influential representation on international platforms, whether to defend our interests or contribute to the formulation of fair and sustainable policies. So the minister, again, as an African Egyptian women leader, will be the right voice of this issue.
Yes.
So she is capable of influencing, especially in such cases as food security and water and agriculture.
So, Dr. Rania, also the Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs includes outstanding examples of female diplomats who have served the nation. So, how do you see the government's efforts to encourage Egyptian women to be part of decision-making and to represent its country?
We can't neglect the fact that we're taking serious steps to escalate the presentation of women in decision-making. And maybe it seems slow a bit, but it's surely, So women are very capable of change-making because they are persistent, they are caring by nature, they have the passion for change, and they care for the next generation. So having different platforms for voices of women, regardless of their social status or their educational background, to reflect their ideas, their voices, highlighting issues regarding sustainability or politics. We need more of these examples that are growing, and I can see also the hope in the new generation who are representing this. Women's voices are really needed, and especially on the global front.
So also, Dr. Rania, how do you see the government's efforts to empower Egyptian women and the support of the political leadership and to what extent it has played a significant role in elevating women and motivating them to excel?
From the top management of the government, I can see that the trust they place in Egyptian women leaders. We have a Minister of Economic Affairs, we have a Minister for International Cooperation, we have a Minister previously for migration issues. So we can see that women are represented very well in the cabinet. And they have the capabilities that are, I don't want to sound like being taking sides, but women are very capable in negotiation. We can see that in so many different files on the international level, on the local level, and we can see the achievements that have done by the trust that have been supported by the government and the president, of course.
So if we move to sports, there are great champions who have achieved international victories, such as Rania in swimming, Noor Shirbini in squash, Basant Hameda in sprinting, as well as champions in weightlifting and others. So how do you see these achievements?
Achievements that are well deserved and coming from the right persons. The achievements are well recognized internationally and based on the capabilities of these women. So we need more and more to represent on the international front.
Dr. Rania, also if we talk about sustainable development and Agenda 2030, how do you see Egyptian women as part of the development process here in Egypt?
Women are core part of the sustainable development. If you study the civil society history in Egypt, it started by women. If you study the political development and especially in time of crisis, it's done by women. For environmental causes or charitable causes, it's also sponsored by women. So again, reaching the Agenda 2030 is basically and supported by women as a factor of or a catalyst for change. So if we return to history, we have examples. If we look to the future, we believe that the Egyptian women are capable of leading the change. So sustainable development on multiple fronts, economic development or environmental development, even cultural development, they are the leaders. So it's a fact.
So also, if we talk about empowering Egyptian women and supporting and developing them, we can't deny that there are many initiatives that are launched to support women in rural areas and to support women's health in general. So how do you see the importance of these initiatives, especially those who target women in rural areas?
The initiative started by the President al-Sisi and this belief of the women, the importance of the women's role in changing or leading the development of the country is very essential. I think it's a 360 degrees of initiatives that are based about the empowerment of women, like their health, their mental health, their education, their rights, even their rights. And this is really important when women have voices over not over the system, but when they have confidence to speak up and say what they feel and how they want to change and how they make things better. If they are not in a good shape or a good health, they won't do the change. So taking these initiatives on multiple fronts is really important. So I think, again, or I believe that what has been done and is being done now and in the future is in the right direction.
Yes. So, Doctor, also in terms of economic and social empowerment, the percentage of women in financial inclusion increased to 27%, and women's participation in the labor force also reached 17.3%. Are these ranking indicators that Egypt is working to improve women's status?
Of course. The financial sustainability or the financial security for a woman, as even if she's an individual or bringing bread to the table for her family is really important, because when she's secure financially, she can make change. She will be capable of discovering her capabilities and flourish. So the financial inclusion is one of the great initiatives that empowers women all over the year.
Yes, finally, one final question, Doctor. On education, the qualitative gap between youth and girls in education has almost disappeared, and women represent about 50% of female graduates of public and private universities. How do you view this in terms of gender equality?
Gender equality is part of the SDGs. Again, Egypt is taking huge steps to eliminate the gap, and reaching this kind of equality in education is really important. The government has done a great effort in reaching this goal, but again, the society has to support empowerment of women in education or any other initiative, because if the society doesn't believe in this kind of education or this kind of empowerment, the government efforts will go in vain. So again, it's a kind of mutual gain. The government do the efforts, then the society needs to believe and digest and hold strong to these values, because equality is not an option, it's a right.
Yes, true. So finally, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Rania Mahmoud, the Public Policy and International Cooperation Projects Consultant, CEO, Breakthrough for Research and Sustainable Development Institute. Thank you, Dr. Rania, for being with us. Dear viewers, short break and we'll be back, so stay tuned.